Hey there everyone, and welcome to the challenge map again. This one is with a party. This is pretty much right at the end. It's probably the third last run we're going to do of this map. And I just wanted to show you what it's actually like for the people who are farming it. Yeah, it's been awesome to farm loads and loads of silver. So yeah, here I am with an archer and a wizard. The archer's almost identical in stats to me, and the wizard's slightly stronger. He's got more focus in water, so he actually does a fair amount more damage than me, but like... there's no single person like doing this run, it's all together. So me and Kapow the archer, we're in very good sync. We played for a few hours together and we know what's going on. So basically the main tactic of this run is to use status effects to completely screw over the enemies so they can't do anything. Now we are screwing up a little bit here, but yeah, basically the archer's decoy, which pulls enemies in, is brilliant for grouping enemies together, and then the wizards can kind of wipe them out with Powered Frozen Sphere. Also, I use Frost Drakes. Now, Frost Drake, in conjunction with the pulling effect, can actually send enemies flying off way off the map, and it gets quite annoying. It really slows down the run, so I keep my Drake use to a minimum, just use them as decoy when we need a decoy. And in that sort of couple of seconds before the decoy comes out, I have my Drake down, so that will get the enemies attacking that. So yeah, Static Field is another awesome one that we're going to show on the boss. You don't really want to use it on the enemies going through because, again, it sends them flying and it just wastes a load of time doing that, really. But yeah, on the boss, it will completely annihilate the boss. The boss will stop attacking, will not spawn enemies or anything like that. Now the static field alone won't quite do that. You need the other effects. It's knockbacks and slow effects. That's what really screws it up. That with root sends enemies flying off. So yeah, right at the beginning of the boss fight, me and Kapow time a... Oh no, we set this summoner off. We time a static field and a Drake together to hit the boss, and that should instantly put him into the locked effect, and then we just kill off all the enemies and kill the boss, and all is good. So that's the idea, and I've got teleport on, which almost no one else is using. I just use it because I'm really quite weak when it comes to my health and stuff. The Shroud Warlords, they one-shot me, and the small enemies all two-shot me, so if I go into combat at all, I need to run out of there. So teleport's my sort of fail-safe, and I do use it a lot, as well as just to sort of speed up my movement through the map. So this was coming up to the boss. We did this in about 3 minutes, I think. Most good parties do it in about 4 minutes or so, this map. So as you can see, I put a Drake down, he put static field on the boss, and then it's easy going from here. So he spawns those first group of enemies. It does sometimes, doesn't other times, and as you can see, they're all just stuck. So yeah, this is what people have been doing, mainly to do the runs, and it's this kind of speed. I've been in some worse parties at other times. Oh, whoops, this didn't go quite so smoothly. But yeah, so I've been in some worse parties that have done more like 6-7 minutes. But yeah, really, the people who've been farming this are looking at about 4 minutes per run, and this is what we've been doing. It's good to switch auto on at this point, but I'm not really going to bother. And I know Talon will get annoyed with me because, well, you see, he's like he's doing some cool stuff, basically switching around skills to fire off loads of different skills on the boss while his auto play is going. But yeah, that was the third last run. I'm going to include one more, just because that only took 4 minutes actually. Yeah, we just hit 4 minutes on the recording, so I'll include one more run just to show it again. Not really much to comment about, really. I mean, I've shown the skills before. I'm using the same skill setup as I was, and Talim's doing similar, but not using Drakes, because we only need one of us using Drakes, so... right, clicking this. And of course we have potions active. You need that cooldown potion. Damage potion will just make it so much faster, and mana potion isn't so important for wizards, but we've got an archer in the party who needs it. Whoa. There is some serious lag with the, the clicking stuff because of my recording right now. Must be lagging me up in the run. I'm not noticing it so much, but probably is there. Avalanche is a brilliant one to use in the map. There's actually there are a few dragons which you don't want to use because they mess around with the enemies, like Lynx has got pull effects. Anyone with sort of heavy, slow, and Scourge will set off enemies which you don't want to face, that you want to skip. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of lag right now. That's definitely from the recording. Ooh, okay, I'll just play it safe. These guys with a firestorm, oh god, this is almost unplayable. These guys with a firestorm, they can be really annoying. So I'll make sure I've got a Drake down for them to keep them attacking away from us. The top couple of guys who've been doing this, they've got really high power, really high stats, and actually they've been able to do this map. They can do it easily on autoplay, but the way they've been doing it takes about 2 minutes, and it's by rushing straight to the boss. There's no way I could do that. The enemies kill me way too quickly, but yeah. If you want to see my sort of technique of how to get through this map, it was possible for me to do in solo. It took me 15 minutes, and I've got a video of that, which if you just look on my channel, it's the most recent video I've done before this one. Next up will be my dragon videos. I've been doing dragon testing a little bit this week, and well, I say a little bit. I've almost finished now. Tested out some of the dragons. There are loads of little mechanics, hidden stuff in there which I didn't know, which is really interesting. As well as, like, for example, with the damage over time effects, some of them crit, some of them don't, and that makes a huge difference in some cases, because when you consider them at mythic quality, they do 6 times the damage. 6 times the damage when they crit, and when attacks crit, and they crit 35% of the time. So actually, if you compare them directly, the ones which crit technically do, or theoretically do, an average of 2.75 times the damage. So, yeah, anyway, there's some really interesting stuff in there with the dragons, and lots of dragons actually which they don't quite play to their type, so like tanks which are actually more like attacker dragons, and support dragons which are more like, well, actually I haven't properly tested all the support dragons, so I couldn't say for sure, but there are some attacker dragons which really, they're not attacker dragons, they're more like support ones, and yeah, so that's interesting. That should be coming out soon. Like I said, I nearly finished the testing. I've actually got recording equipment, a new microphone, which I'm going to be testing out on those videos. I've just got all the components together, got it for my birthday, and one of the wires was due to come a lot later, so I had to wait a bit, but now it's ready. So I'll set that up, and hopefully my next video will be using that. Oh dear. Oh, okay. I nearly had a death there. I kind of almost walked into it as well. But yeah, if that hit me, I would have died. And the boss's attacks as well, they're so strong, almost like no one can survive them. It's instant death to anyone stood in them. But that is the final run that I'm going to show. Didn't bother talking through it this time, because it's just the same, really. But yep, that's what people have been doing in the last week. I think about 100 people have done it, actually, in total. In terms of the farming, I'm not sure quite how so many, and I'm 15th, is that? Yes, I've done it 234 times, which is quite cool. And yeah, the other people, I think there's a huge drop a few places below me, and it sort of goes to people who've done 100 runs. And then there are a few people, like the sort of top 12 people or so, who've done it like 400 plus times. But anyway, that's it for this video, and I will see you all in another video soon. Probably the dragon videos, that's definitely next on the list and going to come soon. So look forward to that, and thanks very much for watching.